Hi guys, we are talking about ADHD and executive function challenges today. And make sure you stick around to the end because I share with you my two favorite books on the subject. I'm Michelle Newby and I'm from Stepping Up.
Hi, guys. We are here today to talk about ADHD and supporting children with executive function. Now, approximately 5 to 10% of children have ADHD. That's a huge number. And many of these children have significant challenges with executive function. Now, executive function is that higher level thinking that is involved in being able to plan, organize, and execute daily life tasks. So this is really important for performing occupational performance tasks throughout life. So it's really important for occupational therapists to be aware of the challenges and to have some idea of how to support children with executive function problems. So here at Stepping Stones Therapy for Children, we have seen literally hundreds of children with ADHD who experience executive function problems. And I'm going to take you through some of the key treatment strategies that we use to support these children along their journey. So, what we tend to do is we tend to use an adaptive approach for these kiddos to help them with planning, organizing, and executing tasks. So one of the first things that we'll do is we will introduce visual aids. So that might be like a checklist. So for example, if their therapy goal is to be able to independently complete their morning routine, then we will have a checklist of all of the different tasks that they need to do. And so they will go through and they will tick off those tasks. And it just helps them to keep on track instead of their parents sort of saying, have you brushed your teeth? Did you put your shoes on? Did you pack your bag? So it just helps them to be more independent with knowing what they need to do and the steps and the order that they need to do that in. As the child gets older, things like whiteboards are amazing. So you can stick a whiteboard on a fridge, or you can stick a whiteboard up in their bedroom, or just somewhere where it's obvious. And it might be that you're planning out their week on that whiteboard so they know that, okay, on Monday I've got soccer training, so I need to pack my soccer gear to take to school, or I've got flute, so I need to pack my flute. So whiteboards are a really great progression from the checklist. Also, things like wall and desk calendars can be really good, or having like a diary, a planner where everything's written in, and that there's a routine where they are cued to kind of check that. They might be cued by an alarm, or it might be as a part of like on their whiteboard that they need to, they know they need to check their planner or their calendar. Thinking about alarms. Alarms are great. And now that, in the day of the old smartwatch, we can set little alarms throughout the day. So say, a lot of children with ADHD, they need to take medication. And so they might need to take themselves up to the office at lunchtime. So you can set a little alarm, to remind them to do that. Or, if they need to pack, a certain book on a certain day for school, you can set an alarm and that will cue them to do that. So smartwatches are, really empowering for children with ADHD who have these executive challenges. We just have to be aware of the distraction element as well. But let's focus on the positives with that. In terms of training sustained attention, so it can be quite tricky for kids with ADHD to have that really good sustained attention. There's a really beautiful technique called the Pomodoro technique, and there's lots of apps that you can get on your phone, or you can dial up on the internet. And basically, it's like you set the amount of time you want to work for. So maybe you have focused attention for, you might start with just 5 minutes. 5 minutes of focused attention, and then you're going to have a 3-minute break. You can do anything you want in that break. And then you're going to do another 3 minutes of focused attention. And then what you do in therapy is you increase that amount of time so that, potentially they're working 20 minutes solidly with a 5-minute break. Or so the Pomodoro technique is amazing, and I recommend you do check it out. There are lots of different strategies to support children with ADHD to develop their executive function skills. And I'm about to share my 2 favorite books on this topic. So these books, they're in a series. So this one is called Smart But Scattered, Boost Any Child's Ability. And this is by Peg Dawson and Richard Guar. Very awesome, very, very awesome book with lots and lots of different strategies. And they've got, which is actually my favorite, is a teenager version. So it's the same authors, and it's called Smart and Scattered Teens. So these are essential reading for any occupational therapist working with children with ADHD who have executive function challenges. So check it out. So thank you for sticking around to the end. If you liked today's session, make sure you give it a like, pop a comment down. We'd love to hear your comments, and share it with your friends. And don't forget to subscribe so that you stay tuned for more content like this.